the board like this.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, we're already recording.
All right. We are?
Yeah. Well,
did you do something? Or did you just...
No, I just hit record.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, super easy. The camera doesn't make it
I
difficult.
like it. I like it.
I'll
allow it.
It's red with a skateboard. What up, everybody? We are here. We got my... You should start this, actually.
Let the professor get your mind blown. Laugh at Jimmy, kill it, but on the side though. My man Ray does his magic on the down low. BBC, you never seen it. In the views, you won't believe it. You can see it on the Cali Esk8 Show.
I'm not usually the one to start it. I don't even know what to call you.
It's like but this guy, I don't know who this guy is. What's up, everybody? My name is The Professor. Or that's not my name, but that's my call sign, I guess.
That's your Instagram.
Carlos, I guess.
Well, you can call them both, either or.
I got here my co-host.
Jimmy.
And
AKA Life of Jimmy.
That's what we're saying.
With LYFE.
Right. Today, we had a special show.
Well, actually, not a special show, a special event, really. It was TEF1. It was a big race event, probably the best track that we've ever raced on to date.
Right.
$2.5 million on the racetrack, F1 racetrack. It was absolutely to die for. It was a great event. I think there was about 100 riders that came out and about maybe 300 or 400 people that actually showed up to that event.
I think I wanted to go, I couldn't, but we have Jimmy here that is going to tell us all about it because he went out there with Ray, and
Ray,
they took some really good interviews and shots at the track.
Yeah, it was pretty good. We had, I think, probably like 10 interviews. One of my main people that I was so excited for, I fanboyed out for, EUC family. Shout out to them. A special shout out.
Can't wait to meet them.
Dude, we gotta set that up. We're already talking about it. We'll reach out to you guys here soon. But yeah, that was probably, for me, the biggest thing. I loved them at Esk8 Con. When they jumped off the ramp, I was just like, we gotta get them in it.
Crazy. I was like, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was like, just these kids jumping on the...
Oh my God, they're insane.
Bro, adults wouldn't jump through it.
You should have seen when we were actually walking to the interview. There's a massive hill that went down. The little kid went over there. He's just like, I'm gonna go down, and it's like, do not slide down it. He's like, I'm ready to go.
Insane,
no fear at all. I mean, amazing.
No, I'm dying to see that interview.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, speaking of that, we're gonna go ahead and transition to that interviews right here. Bing. What's up, everyone? We got Cali Esk8 Show, and we got a special announcement today. We have the owner of Lazy Roller. His name is
Robin. Nice to meet you all.
Robin. And we are out at TEF1 right now. We got the track in the background. We have a bunch of people here. We're definitely having a blast. It is sponsored by Lazy Roller, and we wanted to kind of introduce you to who he is and what the company is. Now, a very kind of unique story. I was kind of surprised on this, but where did you guys come from?
So I'm from Sweden, and a long story short, originally we were supposed to build a skateboard in 2017, 2018. And we started building a board, and eventually my then late partner actually fell, so he got bruised up all over. No. So then I thought, okay, there wasn't really any electric skateboard or PAV's armor type. Yeah. So we started making hoodies, made a Indiegogo crowdfunding campaign just to check the interest. Nice. And after that we have just been building and building. So now all of our upperwear is motorcycle certified. Nice. I know that's a big thing too, motorcycle certified. Here at TEF1, we're definitely DOT, we're going towards more protection, and that is a big thing and why Lazy Roller came out and why we wanted to talk to them. That's a big difference between what we have out there standard, from other companies, not to throw anybody under the bus, but there's companies that are not DOT certified, and definitely, having a motorcycle, that's a big difference. Now, granted, do you have a lot of design changes? Do you have any capability of well, the main thing is that there has to be a label on the inside which has a motorcycle on, and it states which level you're certified at. On top of that, it's just that our garments have all been tested at the facility called the Satra, an institute which tests different areas, so they test how hard and the stitches and everything. So it has to follow a specific blueprint.
Interesting.
We have different pads. Usually we go with level 2 pads. Yep. That's also motorcycle certified. So you got inserts for elbow, shoulders and the back. We've also been looking into chest protection and different areas.
I think I just told you right now I wasn't able to wear their jacket because I didn't have chest protection. So definitely something in the future to think about. But how do you feel being out in SoCal? I mean, is this the first time down here?
It's not the first time down here. It was a couple of years ago. I actually studied in Florida and in Santa Barbara, but that was way back in 2000 something. Other than that, in Sweden now it's November, so it's cold. We got some snow at home. So
I think you were saying 5 degrees or something like that?
Yeah, I think it was around 5 degrees.
Thank God we're in SoCal racing over here today.
So thank you, America, for the great weather.
Absolutely. And do you have plans to keep coming out or keep sponsoring events like this? Or?
Yeah, well, the goal is I've been talking with the TEF1 guys, and we definitely see that the sport is growing.
Yep.
And Lazy Rolling's goal has always been maximum armor with the minimal effort.
Yep.
So we want to make it easy for people to understand what they're wearing and why they're wearing it. Yep. This is a regular hoodie, so it's kind of casual. So we have performance, that's for summer. We have the hoodie, that's for regular sweater weather. And then we have the jackets, that's wind and water resistant.
Nice.
So what we're also looking into, we see a bunch of guys racing in suits.
Yeah.
So I've made a suit for Mario Chacon and Brandon Torgerson before. So we are testing out those areas as well to see the interest, and just I think there's going to be a future where they want to definitely set the bar for security higher.
Agreed.
You've seen the guys out there doing a great job checking everybody for different sort of protections.
I was one of the guys that did not get let out there because I didn't have all my protection. So they're pretty strict out here. Not a bad thing. I mean, we're hitting speeds of 50 to I think 60, 70 miles per hour.
Yeah, some
right
are
now.
going 70.
Yeah,
it's going
insane,
fast now. They're going fast.
Yeah,
They're going fast.
Definitely protection is a big key for what we're doing. I think other than that, I mean, I'm just happy you guys are out here.
Yeah.
I think me and Ray, our videographer, bought your jackets from the very beginning. It was my first jacket I owned.
Yeah.
It was the one that I attracted to the most because of how simple it is. You
Yeah.
know, I could wear, I can go in the stores. Nobody knew that it was armored.
Yeah.
When I brought it up, they're like, oh, what the heck? And they immediately just started hitting your elbow. I
Yeah.
was like, okay,
Yeah.
this is pretty nice.
And there are some changes. For example, we have a thumb loop to keep everything in place. And we do get a lot of questions like, why is it so tight? The reason you want it a tiny bit tighter than you usually feel comfortable with is because you don't want to get those friction burns.
Yeah,
But
no movement in the pads either when you fall. You don't want to fall, have it move, and then
But to be honest, our current, how do you say, the products that we have available right now, our collection, it is a bit more casual because our goal was for everybody who's riding an electric motorcycle, electric bike, everything that's related to electric unicycles, skateboards, scooters. We wanted people to be able to have a product that they can put on, have the pads in already, and just be ready to go.
And with the DOT certification for motorcycle, I mean, you could take this out on a regular bike too.
Yeah.
Motorcycle
We don't have the DOT, I believe, but it is motorcycle certified. I don't know the exact name of it, but they're definitely motorcycle certified, where they were tested for being approved for that.
Okay.
There's different levels. There's single A, that's the lowest. There's double A, and then there's triple A. And right now we have the lowest due to the fact we wanted to introduce a thin product to not feel like it's too bulky.
Yeah.
But what we're seeing out here when everybody's racing is everybody's going bulkier and bulkier.
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to increase our certification to offer single A, double A, triple A, to really get up to those levels where we're the highest rated on the market.
Dang,
basically.
you heard it here first.
So that's the goal. That's the goal.
Dang, future goals. And of course, we want to be working with you in the future, so definitely we want to see you out in the studio. Everybody comment, get them out in the studio.
Yeah, that would be
One
great.
more trip down.
That would be great.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm here on a business visa right now, so I have around 10 years that I can potentially travel here. So I'll definitely be coming in and out of the country to represent our business, because I do believe America is a huge market to grow.
Yeah.
Everybody out here is so kind, asking about the products, and we definitely want to meet the requirements and have everything available.
Yeah, and I think something I was surprised about is your story. I mean, you started, with two people, and then your partner, passed away in the middle.
Passed away.
I know 2 years ago it was like, what happened to Laser Roller? But a big part of it was the partner passing away, and then transitioning to you overtaking the business and then handling all the in between. So definitely look out for Lazy Roller. Go support them. Definitely a good company. Great jackets, great product. We appreciate you coming out here.
Thank you so much.
Do you have anything that you want to finalize to the crowd?
Definitely. So one thing to mention is right now we are kind of low on stock. We're waiting on a shipment to launch the Black Friday sale. It might be a tiny bit later, but definitely we're going to have a sale. So if you want to buy stuff right now, I would wait a little bit because we will have a sale.
Okay.
Other than that, just look out for new products, new images. Check out you guys, see the live stream, and remember to ride safe and ride armored.
Yeah, ride armored.
Yeah.
Ride Lazy Roller armor specifically. Yeah. Go buy his product. Go support these companies. They need people like us to support them. It's a big thing. Small companies require us to be able to get out there and actually support them in any way we can.
Definitely.
So go out, buy the products. We'll post up the discount codes when they come out. And happy to have you on.
Yeah,
again.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you.
very much.
Have a great one.
Yeah, that's a sick shot.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's the perfect background. Hey guys, you heard it here first. Sick shot. So we are here with Brian, who is one of the top EUC racers, I think, in the world, at least for my own personal reference.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Yeah, you're definitely one of the fastest I know. Are you excited about being out here? Is there any complications that you're running into on the track? Or?
Oh, I got mixed feelings. I am absolutely stoked to be on this track because it is probably the nicest track EUCs has ever touched in the US. Like, it's brand spanking new. Like, it's only been open for like a month or two.
Yeah, 1 month. Yeah, they're saying like 1 or 2 months only.
I have been able to lean my wheel over way more here than at AVS or any other intro I've ever been to.
And what type of speeds are you hitting on the EUC out here?
I'm hitting about 55 GPS.
55? Are you beeping the whole time too?
I am beeping a good amount of the track. Oh, dude, it's scary. Do you know what a dip is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I dipped at one of the sections, and
oh my
it's
God.
terrifying, dude.
Oh my God.
You feel that dip?
Out?
Yeah, I did make it out. I didn't crash from it, but when you feel that dip, it kind of affects you mentally for the rest of the day. You like don't feel like you can push as hard.
Yep.
So when you dip, the biggest thing you got to worry about is trying to make sure your mental isn't affected.
Yeah, that's a big thing out here. I think for me, I was wobbling at the end, and I kept psyching myself out like, oh, I'm losing strength or something. Something's wrong. It's like trying to push yourself through that feeling of fear is like always adrenaline rush.
Racing is so much mental,
dude.
Especially when you're going for a pass. Passes aren't like chill and fun. It's scary because you're gonna try to thread the needle on something that you only have like a second to go through.
Yeah, I mean it's such a quick reaction time that you have to have, and then you almost have to have a line and like a input, like what am I going to come into this turn? What is he going to do? You're almost predicting what the person in front of you is doing.
You got to see the future.
Yeah, it's really so true, and it's like learning how to come into like maybe even the second or third turn.
Yeah.
You know that, hey, he's starting to lack here. Okay, by the second or third time, I'm going to be able to get him here. Yeah.
Sometimes you got to be able to see the future. You got to be patient, and sometimes you got to wait a whole lap just to see how the person in front of you is.
Actually, talking with Tucker, he was saying that he was conserving his battery for Rux. So he actually got behind Rux the whole time, and then at the last lap, he pushed him and then got in front of him, and then Rux ended up getting him on the straightaway. So it was such a thought process for Tucker to make sure that he had enough power to be able to sustain through the whole 3 laps as well. And you think we're about to go into 6 laps. Are these guys, I mean, I don't know why they chose 6 laps. Well, next year will probably be a little bit different, I can only imagine. I can see like 4 laps being
I'll tell
the
you,
max.
my 3rd lap, my legs were shaking. It was so shot. I'm very curious to see how this goes on the 6 laps. I think we'll see a lot of passing happen. 5 laps? Okay, yeah. Oh, they cut it down? Yeah,
okay,
it's 5 laps,
good.
but
I think 5 laps is more in line.
It's a little better, but this is bigger than AVS.
Yeah.
So it's the biggest track that I've raced on and the most amount of laps. I think it's going to be killer. We're going to see how it affects a lot of riders because we don't really reach that fatigue zone that often in the races that I go to, and that is when a lot of passes will happen because people are going to have to muster that strength too.
And then you get wobbles, especially on both skateboards and EUC.
Yeah,
your leg strength is important for everything. Just somebody coming out on the track next year and wants to join TEF1 and come out here, what would you say would be the best advice for you to be able to give them to be able to come out here and enjoy what we're doing?
I think almost every person that you ask that question to will say that intros are a must. You got to get comfortable with your wheel. Doing something like this, I would say have your emergency brakes, like practice braking as hard as you can, accelerating as hard as you can, because a lot of people wobble, and getting those things under control. You might not wobble on your group ride, but that's you're also probably not pushing your wheel to your limit
That's true.
during the group rides.
That's true.
So practice pushing your wheel to the limit. Intro is a great place. If they don't have intro where you're at, the person hearing this, you probably will be the one to
Dude,
set it up.
message out to any one of us. Honestly, we can get you connected with somebody in the group or at least somebody in your area. There's so many chapters. We can help you create your own group, honestly. We have, guys are always joining, their own, I'm not saying that right, but creating their own practices. We have one of our guys, Allan, who went out and just found a lot. He's like, okay, guys, I'm here. Come on out. It's so inclusive and so many groups are starting to sprout up. It's amazing, honestly.
Yeah.
This year has been probably the best year for EUC and I think skateboarding as far as events.
Did you see the Asphalt Kings?
Yeah,
Dude, I fucking loved it.
Dude, hopefully we can get some production value like that in the future, but that's the kind of production I want to get to as well.
Dude, Jimmy, that would be
yeah,
so
dude,
sick.
that'd be dope, honestly.
This whole setup looks very sick too.
We're trying. It is minimal for what we're doing, but we're going to be at Esk8Con, so we're trying to do something similar for Esk8Con and something a little bit bigger and a little bit more live stream just to be able to have something there. But always a work in progress, just like, coming out, practicing and every day. Well, appreciate you coming out, Brian, and interviewing. And you in the finals?
I'm continuing from my heat. I think there's a second heat, and then we'll see from there if we'll make it to the finals.
I mean, we're running out of time pretty quickly here too, so
Dude,
we'll see if we get all the races in.
I hope it doesn't rain.
Yeah, I don't think
hope
it's
it
gonna
doesn't
rain.
rain.
I think it's just gonna get a little bit cold.
The forecast says it might rain at 5.
Oh, that sucks. Never mind. Let's hope it doesn't rain. All right, guys. Well, appreciate that again, and hope to see you out next time, dude. What's up, everybody? We have a new interview here. We got one of the local riders for San Diego. His name is Reggie, and one of the top racers, actually. Talk a little bit about yourself.
So yeah, I've been racing for about 2 years now, at least officially. Just increasing difficulties. I'm riding Stooge, Raceboard V5.
Yep, one of the first ones too.
Yeah, one of the first ones in San Diego actually. And then just to see the sport grow from there, more people hop on better gear. It's been amazing, but it's been a ride.
Progression has been insane over the last year. I mean, insane. How we were racing last year to where we're at now. The level of changes, the level of board, that we're coming out with, and how fast we're getting. It's starting to step up even faster than we would ever imagine. I know this is not your first or second. There's probably how many races you've done so far?
I've done over 10 races.
10 races. How many podiums you gotten, you think?
Maybe 3 or 4.
3 or 4?
Yeah.
And then you took,
yeah,
I think,
3 or 4.
second place at Electrify.
Yeah, second place overall for the 4 race series. So, yeah.
Yeah, one of the
Gotta
fastest.
keep pushing.
What type of speed do you think you're hitting out here?
Definitely over 50.
Over 50?
I'm not tracking it currently, but I know I'm over 50.
Yeah, and then took a spill, at the top speed.
Yeah. Took a early spill. I had to adjust my linkages. I was mid-steer, so I had more turn than I needed going on the straight.
You just had to get that first one out.
Yeah, had to get the first one out. If you know me, I call them floor meetings, so sometimes you just got to make the floor wake you up. But yeah, that heat just ran, felt really good, so I'm excited for the next one.
To anybody looking at TEF1 next year and wanting to come out, what would you say a word of advice for them or to get a new rider to come out here next year?
Word of advice, take it from me. I got my first ever concussion in life from the sport, and I'd say invest in proper gear, whether that's the chest, back protector, good pants, helmet is number one, should be number one. Don't cheap out on the gear because it's not about if you go down, it's when you go down.
I mean, it's a common theme. I mean, we've interviewed probably like 10, 15 people already. Everybody's saying the same thing. Gear. It is starting to be the most important. DOT certification. You got slide gears that you got right here. So sliding is much better than wearing like a fabric to where you're going to stop. You want to slide and how do you say that? Like, not create the momentum in you, but to have the momentum just keep going.
It's better to slide than to stop quickly or to tumble. You always want to slow down as slow as possible. That's people normally get hurt when they're going from top speed to 0, right? So
you guys have heard us talk about the person that broke the helmet. This is actually Reggie, the person that broke the Predator helmet at Electrify Expo, and why some of the changes actually have been made actually because of that.
Definitely.
Thank God you're okay and you're out here racing again. But it's a scary sport, and appreciate you being able to come on and representing the sport like you do. And hopefully we get a full interview back at the studio later. We'll get him on a future episode and represent him maybe with Stooge Race Boards and stuff like that. And appreciate you coming out and interviewing. Everybody, we are back. We got a new interview. We are going to be talking to Brandon. Brandon is somebody who we talked about, honestly, the last few episodes. And this is a phase 2 who he is. The man with the plan and the new board. New Stu's Race Board. How you liking it out here?
Great. What up, guys? What up, Cali Esk8 Show? I've been watching since the very beginning, bro.
Biggest fan of the show.
Love you guys.
Biggest fan of the show.
I've had a lot of love.
Yeah,
you guys have
gives a lot of feedback.
Of love,
Honestly, big time fan. He's a SoCal racer. He's out of San Diego, with us every single week. And talk about your new board. I mean, Stu's Race Board. What, number 20?
32.
32.
V5 32. It's a dream come true.
Absolutely.
It's everything I would have loved out of a board. It's incredible. Super fast, maneuverable.
What's your top speed out here today?
Today, 52.
Woo! 52. God damn it! Damn, new record too, huh?
Yeah.
New record.
Previous big record, 42.
Dude, I remember he hit 41 and he goes, guys, I just hit 41. I can't believe it. And then all of a sudden come out here busting out that new record.
Here to TEF, plus 10 miles an hour. I mean, come on.
Dude, the track is perfect.
It's unreal.
Oh my God, you hear people flying behind us. I think that was Dena. Dena, yeah, that was Dena, another friend of the show. We'll probably get her on for an interview a little bit later here. And do you have any advice for anybody coming out here maybe next year or anything that you want to tell people?
This is a super addictive sport. I've only been doing it since February.
Yeah, February.
So I just fell in love.
Yeah,
I love
dude.
the adrenaline. I love
like
the
5 months again.
The personal challenge. So I mean, if anybody's on the fence, just find a local intro to speed chapter, or just set up some cones in a parking lot.
Would you say intro to speed kind of helped you a lot to be able to get out here?
Yeah, just like having everybody out and I don't know, just
kind of practicing
the camaraderie, you know.
Yeah, I think that's actually a big thing. The setup, as much as you guys can't see it right now, is kind of perfect. We're all kind of right next to each other. We're all lined up. We got shade. I mean, we're getting a little bit overcast right now, so it's getting a little bit on the colder side, but fantastic event.
Beautiful venue.
Good place. Beautiful venue.
Yeah.
Can't stress that enough. But we'll post up your Instagram and your social media here,
awesome,
and hopefully you do well out there, and we both kill it today.
Right here.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming on here. We are going to be talking with Allan. Allan is a new racer. I think, how many months have you been out here? Or out racing, I should say.
This is my very first race, but I started e-skating last year in September. So.
Dang, a lot of new people coming out. I mean, you heard 5 months on EUC, 5 months on e-skate, and then we got another about a year into racing right now. And this is your first event. Is it everything you were expecting, or were the nerves going up to this pretty high?
Like when your helmet's on, you're getting on the track, the nerves kind of ramp up. But as soon as I get on the track, it's just like
it zooms in, focus. Absolutely. Yeah. How about getting prepared for here? Did you have any trouble getting prepared, or were there any issues that happened to your board coming up or anything?
Not really. Not yesterday, but last time I was at the garage session in LA, my bushing completely came out of the board.
Oh my God!
And I had to. Thankfully, it was okay, and I had to screw it in. But that's a thing with the ace decks. You just gotta check all the nuts and bolts and make sure everything's still fast.
So you're riding your ace deck here today?
Yes.
All right. And what speeds are you hitting?
I'm topping out on all the straightaways at 37.
37 miles per hour. Give it up to ace deck, man.
Yeah.
Coming out strong. Coming out strong. I like it, man. I like it. One thing I've been asking everybody is like, we're going to have this race probably next year here. We want to push this again. Mm-hmm. What would you say to a new racer, anybody looking at coming out to this event? Mm-hmm. What would you give them for some advice?
Don't be intimidated on coming out, because even if you place dead last, you're learning where your spot is, and then you'll just grow from there. And then if you have a intro to speed chapter, or even if it's, there's none in your area, just hit up a parking lot, work on your speeds, even if it's straightaway. Let's say you're only comfortable with 50% throttle, do 50%, back off, go back around, do 55%, back off, go back around, work up to 60%, eventually you'll hit 100 every time. And 37 now feels like 25 to me, because I'm so used to it.
Dang, that's what practice does. The intro to speed has really helped a lot of people out. Absolutely. Give it up to Mario for starting this. I mean, so many different chapters really picked up at this point. I mean, I know that you go to multiple and you started to create your own intro to speed. Yeah. And then set up its own practices. So all it takes is one person, get some cones, just start setting up practice. If you build it, they will come, I always say. Yep. And appreciate you coming out and racing on the track, racing with Ace Deck. Give it up to him. And we'll post his social media and everything on here, and look forward to seeing you in the future here. Awesome. Thanks for coming out.
Hi, I'm Sean from Intro to Speed OC. James here actually helped get me into the community initially years ago. In San Diego, I used to come down to rides, and he was one of the nicest people to greet me in.
You heard it here first. One of the nicest people.
Nicest people. And the San Diego people were actually kind of taught me what I wanted to do with the community and e-skate as a whole. There was a group where we had a lot of people who were doing rides, a lot of people who were doing track time, and wanted a space to play. It wasn't San Diego, and wasn't LA.
And you're in the middle of them.
Right dead center in Orange County.
Orange County. And you actually started your own group.
I did.
So he took what he learned and what he saw from the original group and created his own. And we've been talking about it all night. If you build it, they will come. And he has people, like 15, 20 people out almost every single night. I think you host 2 times a week?
I host every other Sunday, so I'm opposite Sundays from the LA Intro to Speed. And then we've taken over the first Tuesday nights from San Diego because the space was lost. And we are now starting to talk about doing more Tuesday and Thursday nights because Great Park has a really nice parking lot and doesn't chase us out.
Nice, that's a good thing. It's very difficult to find places to do what we do. It's one of the struggles of what we've dealt with. We've been to probably 10 different parking lots in about 1 year, I would say. You know, we've been lucky to have, I think, a dedicated place recently between both of us. San Diego with the zoo and then your parking lot that you guys won to. I know San Diego supports OC Group first Tuesday of every month. We go up there and we do a San Diego collaboration with OC, and it's been great, honestly. I think the first time I made it out, I haven't been making it out since then.
That's all right. It's a long drive.
I do apologize. Hour and a half after 10.5-hour day is not always easy, but we always try to support, and I want everybody to go and support your group as well. You know, you got your own Instagram and Facebook group, and anybody that wants to go and practice, and we've been preaching it. Everybody today, Intro to Speed has helped everybody get on the track. You know, it's the best place that you can go and learn from other people. Learn your limits, learn your board limits, everything. Now, I've been asking everybody, what would be the best advice that you would give out to somebody here today that maybe wants to come out next year to this event?
Best advice I can give: invest in the safety gear. Invest in the safety gear. We keep seeing people who have problems. We had a racer who went down and split a helmet. We've had multiple racers injured. Wear proper safety gear. Invest in that gear. It is. You get one of these. That's it.
Yep. And one of these whole bodies as well.
Yeah. You know, you want the hands protected, all that good stuff. But invest in the safety gear, and then talk to people. Like you know, Jimmy, I literally run up and hug when I see him at every event because he's my brother from another mother.
Yeah. I mean, it's very inclusive. This community is very
It is. And it's more than just the e-skate. It's the ESC riders come out, we get one-wheel people come out, we got kids on bikes come out. You know, I don't think Intro is just for e-skate racing and hardcore racers. One of the things that actually I want to bring up to you is, and we've talked about this, it's not just for the pros.
No.
It's called Intro to Speed. We want you to come out and learn. And I think that's really important.
Big time. I know we usually try to create space for new riders to get out there. We try to, especially if you don't feel comfortable, bring it up to us. I mean, we don't want you to feel uncomfortable at our events either, you know? If you want a place to do, we sometimes will set up a second track as well. You know, at Intro to Speed to be able to help out. I know I'm going to get into EUC here soon. I got 2 of them recently. So.
Another one.
Yeah, I'm converting. My wife is actually taking on to it a little bit more than I am. So she's been out there freaking in the house going back and forth, trying to learn it. Woo!
Oh, Tucker,
we got Tucker out there. Tucker's flying by.
Tucker and Russ.
Oh my God. Well, all right, everybody. We're going to end it there. Thank you, Sean, for coming out.
James.
And then we'll look for OC in the future. All right, everybody. We have a special guest here today. Let me announce them. We got EUC family. I don't know if you guys seen their Instagram or not. You guys are huge, though. Oh my God, dude, I follow you guys like crazy. Let me tell you.
Thank you.
Fanboy over here, I will admit, #1 fanboy. Yeah, and then Daniel is your name, right?
Yeah.
And then you got your kids here.
Yep, Felicity and Kent.
Felicity and Kent, and everybody rides EUCs.
Right.
How did you get them on EUCs? Did it take a process to have them learn, or?
You got to be patient with kiddos, for sure. It goes at their pace, right?
Yep.
But when they watch dad, they watch mom get into it, then, you know, they have that extra motivation. You gear up head to toe, and that, you know, more gear equals less fear.
And we got the Beyond Riders that he's rocking right here, you know, the reflective jacket. Definitely a good jacket from Beyond Riders, and it's going to give you a lot of protection here.
Yeah, and their jeans, too. They do a good job.
I got their other jeans on, too.
Yeah.
2 different styles. So I like those. I didn't even know, actually. Those are really nice. I might have to pick those up next.
Totally
Beyond
protected.
Riders, I'll be hitting you up soon.
Right.
Heck yeah. And then, how are you guys doing out here? Are you guys excited? Yeah.
Felicity, did you run a race today?
Yeah.
Did you have fun racing Taylor?
I won 2 races.
You won? Oh my God. And you guys are amazing. I remember seeing you guys at Esk8 Con, and it was the best thing to see you going around the track. It was so amazing, honestly. I always remember that moment. I got it in actually the video I made for you guys for the Esk8 Con and put you guys in it.
Oh, I didn't see that.
There's no way I couldn't not do it. Like I said, big fanboy over here. And are you guys excited to race in the future? Do you guys have any aspiration for that?
Do you want to race, Kent? Yeah?
Yeah?
How old are you, Kent?
You're 3 years old, and how about you?
6.
6 years old. Oh my God, this is insane. Getting younger and younger here. And do you have any aspirations to race yourself, or?
You know, safety first is kind of our motto.
Yeah.
So maybe in the future, probably a matter of time.
Nice.
But right now, not on the wheel or not ready to give my body to the track again.
Great. And you guys are from SoCal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not too far from California.
Absolutely. If you guys ever come down to San Diego, we'll do a group ride.
I love
big
that.
time, big time.
Yeah, I think we rode with Monty before and some others in San Diego.
Yeah, hey, we're gonna be interviewing Modi here soon.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna see him. We'll have him on next. But yeah, dude, Moni is great. And then I want to have you guys out and maybe come on the show. And we'll do like a personalized show with you guys in the studio and everything. Bring the kids on. We'll bring all the kids down. It'll be amazing. Bring your wife and stuff like that. We do a whole studio setup.
Oh, I'd be down.
We want to branch out into EUC, and you guys are doing it so big, community driven. You guys, I see so many other people that are starting to ride EUC just because of what you guys are doing. Like you guys are an inspiration to everybody out there.
Thank you.
I just can't stress that enough.
Thank you.
What kind of advice would you have to somebody that wants to start EUC and wants to dabble and seeing what you guys are doing?
Yeah, pull the trigger. I mean, I literally sold my car for it.
Dang.
I said, this is something that I could do. I could make a transport out of, and you just got to get over that learning curve, and then it's flying from there.
Dang.
I mean, it is so much fun.
Dang, full commitment, guys. Full commitment. That's what you got to have sometimes. Heck yeah. And what do you ride right now?
A V13.
V13.
E-Motion.
Okay, E-Motion. And do they ride something similar?
They're on an M10-4 and M10 Mini.
Perfect.
It's like the only two wheels that they could fit their pedals.
I was going to say, yeah, the M10s are kind of perfect for them, too.
Yeah, a little bit small.
Heck yeah. And then they were jumping off the box last year, too. The Shockboards box. They were out there ripping on the box, too. I could not believe it.
They have fun.
And they had so much fun, and they were using it more than anybody else. Like, I swear. I was like, we totally brought this out for them, I swear. Like, heck yeah, heck yeah. And being out to TEF1, is this a good event for you guys? Excited to be here? Or?
Yeah, they're having a blast. Seeing the
Heck
pros
yeah.
at it. It's the community, though. That's what we're here for,
That's
right?
what we keep saying, too. Community is so important, and building EUC and skateboard together in an event is always really nice. We can't be one or another, I think. We really have to be together, I think, in order to grow us. Heck yeah, heck yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing to see how fast they go. I mean, my goodness, 60 miles an hour around this track, even on the skates,
63 to 70, I think, is what we're hitting right now. Yeah, so some of these guys are hitting even faster than that.
Oh, man.
And we had one fall already. We had another guy actually going home. I think he's going to go to the hospital. I think he broke down his collarbone right now.
Oh,
unfortunate,
no.
but, part of racing, that's why we say gear up. Even with gear, there's still safety is a problem there.
Okay. Getting worn out, big guy?
Oh, yeah. It's been a long day. I think we've been out here for like 6 hours already.
Totally.
Heck yeah. Well, any word of advice that you want to give to somebody, that wants to come out to TEF1 next year and come out and enjoy this event?
I'd say it's worth it. I mean, if you can make it to this event and you can get involved in this community, it's like instant friendships. I mean, this is a bonding experience, you know. It takes the bold and the brave to do what we're doing. So you meet some like-minded folk. I think it's, well worth the time.
And you two, what would you say to somebody that wants to ride EUC? Do you have any word of advice for them?
Oh, it's okay. It's on. Just say, what do you want to say?
Do you have anything that you want to tell the community? No? We got a little bit of shyness going on here. Not uncommon, but I appreciate you coming out, doing an interview with us.
Yeah.
Definitely go follow Life of Jimmy. I was about to call my own out.
Follow Life of Jimmy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, follow me too. Yeah, let me get my own plug in here. But EUC family, we'll post him up on the screen here and give you a follow. Yeah,
Thank
again,
you, man.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
amazing. You guys are amazing. Thank you very much. Yeah, I love it. That's how we introduce ourselves over here. We got a little bit of twerking action going on. Woo, woo, woo. We're over here. We're at TEF1 right now. We have one of the fastest women racers in the world right here, Dena Cure. She is a friend of the show. We've been on the show, I think, 5 out of the last 15 episodes.
It's always a good time. It's always crazy.
Always. We love to have her on. You're out here racing today. Is there anything that you're having trouble with, or I know that you've run into a string of kind of issues.
Yeah, it's been an adventure of a day.
Yep.
I started out with jumping on a completely new board. So Mo from Stooge Race Boards, he showed up with it today. Never stepped foot on it. It's got new tires. It's totally rebuilt from last year. So I had to learn
Yep.
how to ride the board.
And you know how she learned, right? Qualifying laps.
Yes, qualifying laps were the practice.
And then you're going to finals, I think, aren't you?
Well, there's one more heat race right now.
Okay, one more heat race.
So
We're going to be rooting for you over there.
yeah.
Heck yeah, heck
honestly,
yeah.
I'm so happy with how good of a ride it turned out to be. I'm
Yeah.
hitting speeds that I've never hit before.
Yeah.
I think I'm setting some personal records.
Oh, no doubt.
So
Me and Mo were just talking about it when you're going through. Like, you're way faster than you've ever been before.
Yeah.
Like, hands down. You've been putting
it
in
feels
work.
good.
No, you've
Feels
been
great.
putting in work, honestly. And you like balls to the wall. She has no fear. This woman has no fear. Like, I swear, like, she is insane. Like, I can't stress that enough. Like, I love recording you for that reason. It's just always entertaining.
There's no thinking aloud when you're on the track.
No.
so.
No, not at all. I could barely even hear anybody with the motorcycle helmets.
Yeah, they're
it
nice.
was
They're
rough.
quiet.
Yeah,
They're
it was
very
rough, but
quiet.
like I heard Jack, like I couldn't see where he was coming from because normally you got your sensory.
Oh, yeah.
He just blew past me. I was like, all right, there you go. Like, yeah, I don't have to worry anymore. Like, thank God.
Oh,
Thank
man.
God. One question I've been asking everybody is, does somebody looking for this, TEF1 in the next year coming out, what do you think a word of advice for somebody that's looking at coming out here and enjoying this event?
Like for the first time, like a new
Yeah,
racer, or just
I have a lot of gear up, or
Yeah.
just come out and do it. Don't let your fear hold you back. Do you have anything that you would?
honestly, for anyone who's interested, this is a great track. Even if you just want to take a shot at it, it's
Yeah.
a very friendly environment. We're here to have a good time, so even just to get a few laps down, it's worth it. The pavement is buttery.
Oh my God,
It's
so
a beautiful backdrop. So
beautiful. I mean, you guys got it the whole time here. We got
Oh, yeah.
mountain backdrop. We got beautiful, sun when the sun was out.
Yeah, exactly.
We're a little bit cloudy now, but it's been a great event. We got food trucks. We have everybody's just like vibing out very well. I mean, we've been here like 8 hours. It doesn't even feel like it yet.
Oh my
Like,
gosh, yeah.
It feels like only a couple
It's a
hours
good
gone
time.
by. It's been pretty quick too. The event's been fast.
Lots of
like-
action.
Yeah, dude. Straight up. Well, appreciate you coming on,
Yeah.
doing an interview, and being a part of TEF1. And of course, we'll see you back in the future. What up, everybody? We have Jack, who is arguably probably one of the fastest here today, hitting crazy times. Crazy. How fast do you think you're going?
Something above 60.
Something above 60s.
I don't know exactly.
70 maybe. High 60s. Dude, you're cooking out there, bro. Cooking. It is insane. Anything on the track that you're having challenges with or anything?
The only thing that's like a slight concern is these like paint lines here. When you're going above like 50, 55, you can start to feel them. So it's a little bit unnerving to be on them. So I try and stay in the middle, or like try to stay to the edge to not be on it. And then also some of the turns as well, the rubber that the go-karts have been putting on just by being here, because it's their track.
Yep.
It's not as grippy as the actual asphalt surface itself. So finding myself slipping just a little bit more than I'd like to. But there are a couple places in the track where you see a small narrow gap between the cart line and then the red and white like barrier rumble strips, where you can kind of find your way through and still get good grip. But it's nerve-wracking because you're less than an inch away from the rumble strip.
From death, really.
Yeah.
Those rumble strips are not friendly.
Yeah,
Neither is the rubber stripes that you come in. They're like inch thick fucking things,
Yeah,
dude.
I carry my board over. I don't want to be going over that.
Exactly. I was like, you don't want to crash on that either. You're not going to end up well.
Yep.
It's not a friendly situation. Heck yeah. Well, did you have any complications, anything like that coming out here?
No, it was all smooth. It's been smooth sailing leading up to this event. I've just been trying to stay consistent rather than like trying to dial in anything.
Yeah.
Some people came in with injuries. I'm lucky and fortunate to come in with none. And I feel good out here, and just gonna keep trying to do what I'm doing.
Cool. Anybody that's looking to come out TEF1 next year, what kind of word of advice would you be able to give them, to be able to come out here and represent themselves?
Plan ahead, and also make sure you have good gear. The speeds that we're hitting on this track, normal short track gear isn't cutting it anymore. We saw Reggie Thomas at Electrify San Fran get a pretty hard hit. If he did that here going like 50, 60, he'd probably not be here today.
Yeah.
Good gear is the most important thing that I can recommend. Anything that's both ECE and DOT approved for helmets, and I usually like plastic protection, so I slide rather than tumble.
Yeah, especially at your speeds. And especially you were the first one, I think, to get the new helmet that everybody's actually getting, the K6.
No, Post Toast was the first, and then
give it up to Post Toast, honestly.
Yeah,
That was a good choice.
He found a gem, one of the lightest motorcycle helmets out there. It's only like 1.3 kilos, so most of the other helmets, like the TSG Pass, are roughly around like 700 to 900, so not much of an increase.
Yeah, and the price difference is very negligible. I think it's like $150 difference between the TSG Pass and the K6. So
yeah.
Definitely something that a lot of our riders have picked up and are gravitating towards, and something we do tell everybody to actually get is our main helmet that we recommend now at this point. But definitely gear up, and that was really good advice, and hopefully you out there kill it, get number 1. You got my vote. I was in an interview yesterday, and they were like, who do you expect to win? I was like, I'm going for my boy Jack. And so you're my number 1 pick. You heard it here yesterday. It's going to happen here today.
We'll see. We'll
get
see.
out there
Hopefully
and
I
kill
can
it,
keep it in
bro.
finals.
Is my hair
Thank you.
Yeah. We can get next to the fence if you want.
Okay. Should I be on my wheel?
What's up, everybody? We got a new interview. We got Estelita, a friend of the show. She's been on our show before. We definitely know her. She's out here racing at EUC. What the heck? How long you been riding this thing so far?
I think it's been like, let's say July, August, September, October, 5 months?
5 months, and she's out here racing. 60, 70 miles per hour down the road, like going crazy balls to the wall. Maybe not that fast, but she's getting close. Give her another 5 months here.
I'm sitting for a good portion of it though to conserve energy, so I'm not just standing the whole time.
Well, standing and sitting, how much difference is it for her?
A lot of
we
squatting.
still don't know.
Dude, honestly. Some people say that just me squatting is me sitting essentially. So
Yeah, it looks like it. Trust me, I have questions as well. I have questions. How do you feel on the track?
Oh, dude, it's huge. It's massive.
Big.
It's the biggest track I've ever raced on.
I agree. Same here.
It's insane. Oh, you're racing too.
I am on the track too.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. We forgot about that for right now.
The burn is real, though.
It really is. I was feeling it. I don't know how they're gonna do 6 laps for the pro. Oh my god.
I'm low-key hoping I don't make it to finals.
I'm not making the finals. You heard it here first. I'm not making it to the finals. But we're out here having fun.
Making history. It's our
making history. First time ever.
Yeah, first PEV essential.
Yeah. This is amazing.
Really
This is
exciting.
absolutely amazing. I mean, the event came out great. Staff has done great. We're going to have the staff on a little bit later. And do you have any questions or any advice that you can give out to the girls that plan to come out here maybe next year?
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Like, I know we fall. I know we get hurt. But with proper gear, it doesn't feel like anything. Like, I just keep padding up more and more and more. I had a tailbone injury, like, within 2 months of learning EUC. So I was 2 months gone, just, like, fixing this tailbone issue. So now I have tailbone padding. And I am just so excited about that because now I'm falling, I'm rolling.
Too.
Yeah, dude, like it makes such a huge difference. Like
Gear
I
is
still
so
have
important.
like Beyond Rider's jacket. Ooh, in here.
It's her first time, guys. Don't worry.
I'm learning
She's like,
here.
what the hell is this? Goddamn, Mike.
I was trying to pull the collar.
This isn't protecting. Heck yeah, we heard it. Don't be afraid. We need more girls out in the sport. Come out, join Estelita, get as fast as her if you need to. Practice out. You know, it's amazing. This event is definitely for everybody.
And
I'm
it's
glad.
not just EUC. We got Esk8 too. You know,
Esk8,
this may be a long
EUC.
track, but like we do both.
Absolutely.
And Esk8Con is coming up in March, right? So
Yeah. March announcement, big time.
time to start
Esk8Con's gonna be
training.
big. I can't wait for Esk8Con.
Dude.
Heck yeah. Well, right now we gotta finish up TEF1. We still got half the day left. We got plenty more racing. We hope that you do really well out there. As much as she doesn't want to make the finals, who knows? Who knows? But give it a shout out for Estelita. Follow her on her Instagram. We'll post it on the top right here. Woo! All right, guys. Thank you very much.
Bye, y'all.
All right, everybody. We have Gio, who has been on the show before with the Mad Esk8 team. Came out and was a part of that episode, and he's out here racing on his Stu's race boards. And how you doing out there?
That's very intense. It's so much fun, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working extra hard today.
I was shaking the last lap. I did my qualifying.
Oh, yeah.
Last week I was going like this on the straightaway. I was trying to muster out every strength I could to just keep steady on it.
I was like, I just gotta give it my all, do what I can, and then, you know, improve, and then do it again next year.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? I think everybody's pretty excited about doing this again next year.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, let's talk about that. We haven't even finished the first event yet. We're already talking about the second.
Yeah.
Like, that's funny how when you get to a good event, you're just like, I want another one already.
Oh,
we did
yeah.
that with Esk8Con, and we're doing it here. It's like every single time you just get that adrenaline. Like,
Yeah.
it's perfect. What would you say is your challenge out here today besides the speed? Is it just the speed, or do you have any board problems? Did you have any issues getting here?
I had a lot of lodging issues last night.
Oh.
I actually barely slept, so. But I'm still fully awake. The track is actually it's a little bit more technical than I thought because of the elevation changes, the angles. It's not all straights, and you're like, because when we were training, we saw the map. Oh, that's a long straight.
Yeah.
So we're like, high speed, but in the middle, like I really didn't consider much of the elevation changes, the angles of the road itself, and it caught me off guard. And I got my first lap, and I was like, oh wow, I'm not prepared for this.
You're too tight.
Yeah, but I'm like, let's go, let's do it anyway, see where we get.
Good. I would say something I'm asking everybody is like, next year, somebody who wants to come out and enjoy this event, what kind of advice do you have for them?
Just sign up, just go for it.
Sign up and go for it.
Yeah,
That's
because
everybody. Just don't be afraid, huh?
you're never gonna know how it feels until you actually just jump in and just do it.
Yeah.
Just like don't dip your toe in the pool, just go ahead, head dive first.
Yeah, agreed. I know everybody is a little bit nervous coming in, but
Yeah.
now that we're here, now that we're doing it, it's just like all the nerves go away as soon as you get on the track.
Yeah.
Narrow view of what's in front of you and what needs to be done, basically.
Yeah, and now after doing a couple laps here, we have more experience on the track and how it feels. So more to improve for next year. Hopefully, we can do a lot better.
Agreed. Sporting the Beyond Rider jacket as well.
Yeah.
Representing, sponsored by Beyond, I believe, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, so Beyond repping out here. Appreciate getting on the interview here, and look for you in the future, coming out and future events and everything.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, bro.
See ya.
All right, what up, everybody? We have a new interview. We got, honestly, same height as me. Everybody
Yeah,
I feel like
pretty
has been taller.
much.
I've been looking up to everybody.
Yeah, man.
We got Dallas, who was on the Esk8 episode, and one of the members on that one. And a huge part of the community, I think.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, absolutely. He runs the Arizona group and Intro to Speed.
Yeah, I got Intro to Speed running in Arizona. So if you're out in the desert, dying in the heat, come by, take some laps.
Yeah, they have certain times of the day that they run their intros.
True.
Yeah, absolutely. And you ride for Stooge Race Sports?
No, I'm not.
Well,
no,
you ride
I have the
Stooge
shirt.
You ride.
I ride a V5 on Castle Motors, and I run an 8S setup. Yeah.
Upgrades coming in the future, guys.
Coming in the future.
Yeah. For now, we're still banging out with the old stuff.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. And what type of speeds are you hitting out here?
I'm probably right under. I didn't clock it, but like I'm not like probably like 48-50 is where I'm kind of topping it because I had my board topped out, and that's where I have it kind of set right now. It's about 50 miles an hour, so I'd say comfortable saying I probably hit 50 today.
Oh yeah, he killed it. We were in the same heat. And
It was
you
so
were
fun.
gone, bro. Like I didn't
man.
see him from the very beginning. That was it. It was a huge track, but heck yeah, dude. It's is there anything that you're being challenged out here with your board and your setup? Or?
I think a lot of it today was stamina because this is it's 0.8 mile of a mile on the track, and like the last heat race, man, my legs went to jello. And that was it. And it was done. I knew it was done, so that's it.
Yeah.
So stamina.
By that third lap on the qualifying, you were feeling it already.
Yeah, 100%.
Like I was shaking and already having trouble stability wise with my board.
Yeah,
You're actually at max speed for so long.
Like holding it.
Yeah, you can't like not relax yourself. You always have to be like tensed up the whole time. It's 100% like I was sitting like this at work just to be able to build up my stamina. Like it sounds crazy, but it's like you're always like I'm always going like this. People are making fun of me. It's like, well, I'm like practicing right now.
That's what I needed to have been doing. Maybe I would have done a little better, but like I'm happy with the day, man.
Absolutely.
I had an insane amount of fun today.
Absolutely.
It was crazy.
And you guys had quite a few people out from Arizona, or just you?
Yeah, no, we had I think 6 of us came out to race. So yeah, we have a committed group out there, man. It's been awesome watching the intro group grow and everybody just like coaching each other. We're all getting faster and faster and faster. So it's so
whole
cool.
last year we keep talking about it. Just we've gotten all like amazingly fast. It's
Yeah.
like, I would say twice as fast as we were at the
Totally
previous year.
agree. Totally
yeah,
agree.
It is insane. We're getting better and better. Intros, there's more intro groups out, than ever before. It feels like more people are wanting to get out there and wanted to participate in here, and it's great to see that. I mean, you're a large part of that too by hosting. It's not easy to come out every single week and set that up and organize, and Oh my God! I mean, I can go on forever about what kind of struggles that is.
Yeah.
What type of word of advice would you give to somebody that wants to come out to TEF1 next year and enjoy this event like we did today?
Build stamina for one. Make sure you can go pretty fast. And if they run the race the way they did this way, practice your right-hand turns because it is a lot of rights on this track.
Yeah.
But I would say stamina, man. Go out. Do like 25 laps at an intro straight, see how it feels and stuff, because you're going to need it for sure.
Yeah, and then also that stamina is when you start getting worn out and getting to that past that point, how do you maintain it? Because we still got another 2 laps.
Yeah, it's tough. It was tough for sure. You just kind of walk in and hope for the best.
Yeah, mental game, you got to work through it.
Oh man, the mental game, is for sure. But it was killer, and I mean, what an incredible track, an incredible experience with incredible people.
Yeah. Esk8 Con coming up in 3 months. Are you being out there?
100%. 100%
You
I'll
heard
be
it
there,
here
man.
first.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be out there racing.
Yeah, Intro to Speed AZ will be there. I think we're going to try to get everybody we can from the group. So we're going to come in, with a whole bunch of people. Coming deep,
Definitely follow the group out there. Support them any way you can. If you guys want to go out to Intro to Speed out there and you're interested, reach out to me. I'll get you connected with Dallas, and we'll get you connected with the group out there.
Yeah, Electric DNA on Instagram and YouTube if you want to reach out, if you have any questions. Dislike and unsubscribe as quick as you can to my channel. It'd be cool. But
and then resubscribe so that he knows that you did it.
There you go, man.
Hell yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming out here interviewing with us.
Yeah, man.
Dude,
for sure.
Thanks a lot, bro. Yeah. Hell yeah. All right, guys. We have Modi here, who big guy in the industry. Let me just tell you that. No,
I know about that.
No,
I just like to ride.
No, he actually rides a whole lot. You host a lot of group rides in San Diego.
I have been the past maybe a year or so.
Yeah, no, you stepped up very heavily, dude. I appreciate it. And it's EUC related. That's mostly what you focus on. And
but you know what? In San Diego, it kind of turned out to be all PEVs.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
it's pretty interesting how we all kind of commingle.
Right?
It's
like a couple of years ago, it's been on the e-skates, one wheels, and EUCs, right?
Yep.
But past year and a half, we all been kind of meshing. It's just awesome. It's great to see that.
And there's more rides that you can just go on too. It's not like
it's
not like all just straight like.
So said that. That's kind of the whole reason why I know a lot of people, because I'm not just EUC. Yeah. I go ride with the one wheel, e-skate guys, whatever. But you know what? In doing that, I met so many awesome people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We're so inclusive.
But at the same time, I am kind of selfish. I just want to ride. I don't care who.
No, but you ride like literally every single week.
I do. Every weekend.
I think you put like hundreds of miles every week. Like you are one of the top riders that I know at least.
Yeah, I try.
Consistently out there.
Well, it's my piece, man.
And then you're riding for night riders?
I don't know if I'm riding for night riders. I'm more like a supporting cast.
Okay, he's the main support group of them.
I mean, they don't have a 16 over league, so I don't know.
Well, I mean, Night Riders comes out pretty strong. Yeah. I mean, honestly, they've been killing every event. Yeah. They come out EUC related.
Yeah,
you guys are amazing. You guys,
for sure.
I can't state that enough. But seeing what you guys are accomplishing in such a short amount of time, and it's just a community driven. It's just a couple of guys that are just like, hey, let's just do this.
Oh yeah.
I think that's really good, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
I know I look to you a lot for inspiration too on what you do and your group rides and stuff like that. Is definitely. I wish I was able to do more.
Yeah,
honestly.
I get it.
And I appreciate it, but you guys are always out there. Yeah. I mean, you guys are always.
I mean, fortunately for me, my job is Monday through Friday, so I have the weekends.
Oh, perfect.
So, any chance I can go ride on the weekends. It's my piece, man.
Every single week.
It's my piece, Yeah. I get out there and ride. I just feel great. Especially, can't beat in San Diego. The weather's so awesome, right?
Year round.
Right, practically. And we're here in November, and look at the weather.
Perfect.
I mean, it's cold now, but with this past week, nice clear skies.
Agree. Yeah. Do you have any aspirations to race yourself in the future? Or?
Oh, not at all.
Not at all.
Well, because I leave that for the young kids, man.
Yeah.
Hey, give me 20 years younger, maybe, but no.
Yep.
For me, I'm more of like you ever hear like soul surfers? I'm more of a soul rider, man.
Soul rider.
I just want to ride, and that's
soul
it.
Ride.
That's it, dude.
Take
that's
it
me.
Easy.
I just want to go ride, chill.
Yeah, I hear you in there. There's something to that. It's just like, I've been riding by myself lately. It's like, I just go out and just do whatever I want. And it's like, it's so nice to just like, okay, I'm gonna take off over here.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna take off over here and like, okay, I think I'm done. Let me just go home. Like,
so and again, that's what's good about these PEVs. If you just want to go solo on your own, you can. But if you want to go on a group rides in San Diego, I mean, it's available. We have group rides all the time, whether it be announced publicly or in a private group. but the rides are always there. So for me, again, back to that what we're talking about, I like the selection of, so what I feel like today, do I want to go solo riding? Do I want to go hang out and social with these guys? Or go have a fast-paced ride? We have all kinds of rides in San Diego. So I love that part, just having that choice.
Yeah, anybody that comes out to San Diego and wants to do a group ride, definitely come out, hit us up. We'll connect you with different people that
absolutely. There's several people here that
big
down
time,
there.
big
We
time.
have group rides and stuff. Yeah, for
absolutely.
sure.
Any word of advice if somebody wants to jump on an EUC and start riding? You have anything that you can tell them to?
To be honest, just watch a lot of YouTubes. See if that's your thing, because this is not for everybody. But if you decide that you want to try it, watch a lot of tutorials on it. And then again, there's a community of us. We have extra little wheels. We're more than happy to help people. I mean, literally, we have.
Have you hosted a training group?
I have not, but Brian and we and those guys, they have. But again, it's more of a private sesh. I mean, if they want to learn, just hit us up. We'll
I think I'm going to be hitting them up here soon.
Yes.
I got two EUCs.
Matter of fact, you're next.
I will be.
You're next.
I will be.
See, now, say all that, guys. All the ESK guys are right here. Half of those guys know how to ride a EUC.
And they're just as fast on the EUCs as they are on skateboards. I mean,
they may not tell you this, but they know how.
And they're good on EUC. I look to them for inspiration too. I have so many people surrounding me that are just amazing.
You do.
It's just like so great.
I know you do.
I love it. I love it.
And I see all those guys and gals.
Mostly guys. No, you know how I roll.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying, though. A lot of people are starting to learn. It's okay to ride all PVs. Why not, right?
Yeah. I mean, I can't just ride one. Like, I love my Metro board, but riding the shop board is just like getting on dirt and just having that freedom and capability. Is just, there's something to that. And I don't think you could just own one skateboard, one PVE, one EUC. Like,
no, not at all.
No, it's impossible. Each board offers some unique riding style or some feeling that is so different from the other ones. Street wheels. You put street wheels on a board and go for an AT. It's just a night and day difference. 100%. 100%. Well,
so said that, don't tell anybody, but I know how to ride an e-skate. I know how to ride a board.
Oh, we're gonna get that on film next week. Don't worry.
I kind of choose EUC and just something about
Yeah, I mean, you get comfortable on something. The easiness of getting on an EUC is just. And I hear everybody, EUCs are an extension of yourself.
It is.
Once you start riding it up, it's just like you're walking legs, essentially.
It's so funny you say that. People ask me to go hike. I'm like, why? I have my unicycle.
I always say the same thing. Like, I ride my skateboard. It's such a demanding, on your body already. It's like, I'd rather just go do that and get a full body workout and be enjoying my life and the freedom instead of being at the gym running on the treadmill, acting like I'm going somewhere. It's like I'm not going nowhere.
For sure, man.
Heck yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming out and getting the interview done.
Oh yeah,
always a friend of the show.
Yeah.
We're gonna post this information up. Anybody who wants to come out to San Diego, do EC.
Hit me up.
Hit them up. Hit me up. I'll get you connected with them. And appreciate you again, dude. Amazing.
Yeah, man.
Heck
Thank you.
Woo! What's up, everybody? I just got introduced to somebody famous. We have actually. I just got told the first ever EUC that was in a movie was none other than you.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, what movie was it?
It was Indian 2. It's now on Netflix. It came out in theaters, say maybe August, and then earlier September. Then it came out on Netflix. And it's
I think it went viral. Honestly, I remember seeing the clip. I was like, "Holy shit, we're getting up there now."
It was impressive seeing it just on YouTube. The amount of views it got, it was maybe 20 million.
20 million
on that one video,
my God.
just for the trailer.
Dang.
Yeah, no, it's insane how far we've gotten in EUCs from, say, being able to go maybe 28 miles an hour. Now we're even touching
think over
70.
60, 70s now.
60,
Yeah,
70s.
I mean, insane.
Yeah.
How long have you been EUC?
I've been riding for maybe, I'd say closer to 5 years, a little bit
5
more.
years,
Yeah,
dang.
Yeah, so it's like right at that.
You're right in the beginning.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the beginning. The beginning was maybe 2012, 2013.
Okay.
But it wasn't necessarily to the point where we had the same utility.
Yeah.
It was more so like the comical, hey, I can be on a self-balancing device at 12 miles an hour, 13 miles an hour, but you're still paying $2,000 for it.
Yeah.
But then I got into it when we were able to ride maybe at that 28 or 28, 30 mile per hour limit, and it made a world of difference as far as being the goofy vehicle to something that's cool and just utilitarian.
I mean, everybody makes fun of the EUCs. I mean, it's just the reality of it. I don't know what it is, but it's just I think the position that your stance in is just it's different. You know, people are just like, it looks like a spaceship. You know, you almost don't look like you're moving basically, but you are. It's totally insane. I know. Recently, I wanted to get a stormtrooper suit. I totally want to be a stormtrooper going down the road with the EUC.
Right.
I just picked up 2 EUCs recently too.
Oh, beautiful.
So
okay,
I will be the RS and then the. I think it's the R1 or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so
excellent.
not bad wheels, just beginner wheels first.
RS is a solid wheel. I mean, it's funny because we're in that weird gap where after the EXN and the RS have been discontinued, we've kind of been in a weird space where we have things that are too heavy, too bulky.
Yep.
So there's going to be a point in time where someone designs something or we bring back the non-suspension, bring back that hardtail.
Yep.
Just a matter of time.
I have suspension and non-suspension.
Yes,
so
okay.
It's actually interesting. I'm going to be able to kind of learn on both and see kind of what I like.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying suspension though. Like, you're going to love the
fun.
suspension.
No,
like,
for sure.
There's no doubt.
Yeah, you get babied, but then you get disconnected, but then you get reconnected with like the ground, just understanding that whole ride feel.
Yeah, you know, recently City Surfer got into EUC.
Oh, really?
And we've been talking, and he explained it, I think, very perfectly. He goes, riding on a skateboard's like fun. It's exhilarating. It's like the adrenaline's there. It's like you're in the moment. Riding on an EUC is like adventure. It's like you can go anywhere. It's like freedom. It's like pure freedom. Like, okay, let's go down this trail. Let's go down this one. You know,
exactly.
There's no limitations. I feel like on it.
Yeah.
Or let's go on this bike jump. You know,
exactly. Just the tire diameter allows for motors to really be able to push themselves and get more out of the experience.
Yeah.
You're not having to worry about like sidewalk curbs. You're not worrying about the same pebbles that you would on a skateboard.
100%. 100%. It's different. And then you're out here racing today at TEF1.
It's a beautiful time.
Absolutely.
I love this track so much.
What type of speeds are you hitting out here?
Oh, I'm definitely tapping around the 50, but I'm not pushing as hard as some of these other guys.
Yeah.
I mean, the difference between 150 pounds and 210, worlds apart as far as hitting a corner.
I mean, everybody's just beeping too the whole time. You hear.
Everybody's beeping.
I mean, it's who's willing to push more. You know, it's insane. EUC races for me are always probably the most exciting. Yeah. You know, there's so much potential of having something go wrong, and then what happens at EUC when it does go wrong? It's like
it's nuts.
The actually nice thing about this is if something were to happen, we have all the protection. I think for the
we have plenty of barriers. What I do worry about is these little ribbing on the
I think
outsides.
everybody. We've been talking about it all day too. You do not want to fall on those. You do not want to try to go over those wrong either.
It's intimidating. For sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you're getting you can't really see it from this position, but the dips are at least like this thick.
Yeah.
So then if you're hitting that, then your wheel's gonna get sunken in, or if you're hitting it sideways on an EUC, you're gonna probably skip it and then
don't fall on it either. You're not gonna end up in a good position either. Heck yeah. Well, any word of advice that you would give out to somebody that wants to come out to TEF1 next year?
To come out to TEF1, practice your mount. Practice your mount and understanding where your leg needs to be when you're carving. How do I explain it? Say if this is your EUC, you take a midpoint. Pretty much create from the center of your pedal hanger. Make an imaginary line from that pedal hanger all the way to the top edge, where your legs make contact. So you want your ball of your foot and your heel to be equidistant from that center contact, and then your leg or your shin essentially is making contact with that midpoint. If your leg stays in front, you're going to create a caster wheel effect, just like a shopping cart wheel, where it's going to be able to self-balance and stay self-corrected. If your leg drifts back when you're doing an emergency brake, or in a lot of other situations, if you're not optimally hitting a corner right, then you have a potential of wobbling.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, your goal is to literally avoid all wobbles at all costs, because that kills your smoothness. And if you're not hitting the corner smooth, you're not hitting
smooth,
it fast.
You're not fast.
Exactly.
Yeah, smooth is fast. Heck yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming out and being on the interview here, and I hope to see you out next year.
Appreciate you.
Woo! Bing, and we're back.
That was great. So we pretty much want to give or thank you.
Just say thanks.
Yeah,
TEF1.
to TEF1 for giving us the opportunity.
Yeah, and especially everybody that came out and interviewed. Interviews were amazing. It was so fun, and I know it's not easy to get in front of a camera and really kind of speak, you know, to basically the community.
Right.
So appreciate everybody that really stepped up. I know some people were really outside of the comfort zone, and I think it turned out great. I hope you guys loved it, and we hope to see TEF1 again.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely. One other thing that we were doing, right? was that interview with BKB.
Yeah, the
You know?
DIY project, part 2, baby.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I had a call, right, a video call with my friend from BKB, and then like he pretty much Quentin. We had a discussion about his company and what are they doing for us. Pretty much they're we would say the number one DIY company. It's just do it yourself.
What they supply us with?
Yeah, they supply us with batteries.
Nice. 3 of them too.
3 of them, ESC, remote. What else? Well, they pretty much give us the whole
basically
skeleton.
Electronics.
Yeah,
basically electronics for the vehicle or for the skateboard.
This is a car now.
This off-road monster.
But yeah, watch this interview.
Yep.
Flex. Hey Quinn, what's up?
Not much, Carlos. How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. Hey, I'm calling you because we have this project going on, right, in the Cali Esk8 Show, that we decided to build a board, right? Full DIY, right? And the reason why I'm calling you is because if there's something that we know in the skateboard industry is one of the number one companies, I would say the number one for me, but the number one company that I would think of whenever I'm building a board is BKB, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think we all know that, but like it's something that you think DIY and boom, BKB is the first thing that comes to your head, right? And the reason I'm calling you is because we selected you guys to be the main internal parts company that's gonna build our board or DIY project that we have set up. But I wanted to ask you first a couple of things about BKB, right? How do you guys came up? What was the idea? Who built it? Who pushed this project to become the company that you guys are today?
Yeah, so I appreciate you saying all that. Thank you. BKB started out of the same sort of passion and want to build your own board, kind of like you're experiencing right now. Jared, our founder and my business partner, he started the company when he was 16. Wow. And it was all because Boosted Board was, at its peak. Casey Neistat was riding around New York City on the Boosted. Everybody was watching that, and everybody wanted one.
Right.
But as a 16-year-old, $2,000 is a lot of the money to put down to buy a skateboard, especially in a parent's eyes.
So expensive.
So his father was an engineer, so he set aside some money, and he started to try to build his own board because it was cheaper and he could learn the inside of it and the outside of it, and he was very active on the forums learning. So he quickly built his own board. I actually have that board sitting right next to me right now.
No way, that's crazy.
Yeah, and he started posting on the forums, hey, I made this, I 3D printed this, I worked with this. People on the forum started asking, oh, where'd you get this part? Where'd you buy that? How'd you make this? He came to realize there's a large market within people who want to build their own boards but don't really know where to go for things. So that's kind of where BKB started. It started as just a parts company for people wanting to build their own boards, and then it kind of evolved into an all-encompassing kit, so you get everything you need to build your own board, just to make it easy for those who aren't as technologically savvy or as in-depth on the forums to know exactly what every single part does.
Right, that's crazy. That's crazy. It sounded like it started like as a project, right? Like it
definitely,
was, yeah.
Definitely.
Wow.
It started as a personal passion, and then it kind of grew into something where, wow, something we're passionate about is something other people really are looking for or want to do as well. So we figured might as well just make more parts for people. And it started in a garage, like most companies do, just making things for ourselves and finding that other people, oh, wow, people really want these things.
Yeah.
So it kind of just kept on growing, and now we're in a warehouse in New York, and it's been a crazy ride. I joined the company about 3 years ago now, when Jared was just working on the Type R, which was probably our most notable model, and he was having some issues just getting orders out in time. It was a one-man show practically, so he called me in because I had experience with Esk8, and I was looking to build my own at the time, and I was kind of in the same boat as him.
That's
And
crazy.
we just kind of meshed together within my business experience and his board and engineering experience, and that's kind of how we came to be.
Wow, that's crazy. Do you guys have any like future products like in store, like pretty much like? I know you can't talk about them because that's mainly how it goes. Like you like to surprise them, but like maybe like a hint or something of what's coming next.
We're always working towards something. I think what we've realized over the past year and a half has been, while e-skate is a love and a passion of ours, is we found that a lot of people in e-skate love a lot of other things. So if you have an electric skateboard, you might have a EUC, you might have a one wheel, you might have a scooter, whatever, an e-bike.
Right.
So I think at this point we're just kind of trying to make the DIY accessibility universal. We're looking to make our battery systems are already universal. We can, put them on anything you really want to power them, but we're trying to make it easier for people to really build their dreams and sort of keep that creative process going, and then also save them money in the end.
Right.
The most expensive parts of a skateboard or electric skateboard are the internals, the battery, the ESC, the motors. So if we can make something that's sort of universally applicable, kind of saves people money and gives them the creative freedom to like build something really unique for themselves.
Right. That's crazy. No. That's definitely gonna be powerful. I think we got some. I would say most of the most notable. Man, I can't pronounce that word. But anyway, I tried. Mama, I tried. But
for effort.
That's right. But like riders that they have like as for racing and all that stuff, and we got people like Dena, which is one of the Stooge racers, right? And she's riding EUCs. She rides like one wheels. She rides skateboards. Like she's crazy about it. But it's crazy because whenever they go to a place, they bring their board and they bring their AUC and all that stuff, and they just run around like kids and all that stuff. So it's crazy how we keep evolving. We keep being e-skaters, but like you bring the sidekick. Like that's
no, definitely. I see a lot of e-skaters kind of converting to EUC, and like they really enjoy it. Now the battery technology is a different level. I mean, you're running massive battery packs. And it's just a completely different vehicle, but it really is. It's like if you like cars, you don't just like Hondas. You like Hondas. You like Nissans. You like Chevys. You like everything.
Right.
So it's kind of like that. And I'm so appreciative to be kind of a part of the community in the sense where it's coming to be such a large majority of different options you have. I mean, when I was starting to get into electric skateboards and scooters were basically it.
Right.
The one wheel was just starting to take off, so now we have so many different options between the two Swifts, and so many other creative rides you can have. It's really fun.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I love them. I have here a couple of products that you guys send us for the board, and I just pretty much want to bring them here. We got the ESC from you guys.
Yeah.
Pretty much, can you tell us a little bit about them, like the connectivity, the availability, the two other systems and all that stuff?
Yeah. So previously we were running Vest products. We found with a lot of the people who were building their own boards that Vest was great for customization, but it wasn't as reliable as we wanted it to be. So we moved away from Vest with this model. And this is running a Lingy ESC. I actually have an opened up version of it right here.
Okay.
It has a built-in receiver hardwired to it. So we did a lot of testing and sort of product development with what we wanted to have as far as our ESC is concerned. And what we were most concerned about was safety and reliability.
Right.
So with this ESC, I've never really had any issues, or not really. I've never had any issues
Nice.
with connectivity, with the board just being reliable and operating always as it should. It's very predictable, and you know exactly what's going to happen at all times. So that was our number one concern. We want it to be as safe and reliable as possible. So you're definitely not going to have any issues with that. I believe you have the 6384 motors as well.
Yes, I got them right here.
Yeah, so we have two different ESCs running two different size motors, so it has the right output and it knows what's running. And I mean, it's more than enough power for what we're using. I mean, we can tow a truck with that. I think the power to weight ratio is just insane. And I'm a car guy, so I always go back to like car terms, power to weight ratio, and stuff like that. We inspire a lot of our stuff after automotive engineering and aerospace engineering. But we just found it super reliable. I mean, Lingy is a very trusted and they're an older company that kind of knows what's going on. We didn't want to work on something brand new and then work out the kinks, especially with people riding the boards.
Right.
So we want something tried and true, and I think you'll have a good experience with it.
And that's something big, because like the kind of board that we are building is a mountain board pretty much. And then like these motors are perfect for it, because like we're climbing hills with them.
Oh yeah.
And with the shock boards, it makes it more easier to climb them, because he has individual suspensions.
That system is amazing. I rode it at Esk8 and it was out of this world.
Yeah, so like having good motors with them is definitely the key, because like not only they has the individual suspensions, but it has the torque to push you uphill and all that stuff.
That's exactly right. And those motors are the same output as far as our smaller motors, but those have 66% more torque. So you're going to have plenty of torque to get up those hills and everything. And if you put it in pro mode, you can do a burnout easily. And
that's crazy.
It's enough to have some fun.
That's crazy. Also, we got 2 batteries from you guys. We got the, I believe these are 12S2.
Yeah, 12S2P.
Right?
Correct, yeah.
And it's
running Samsung 50E cells, so highest quality cells we could get. And those batteries are honestly better than we could have expected when we designed them. We were expecting about a 20-mile range, and then with field testing and having people, out in real world testing, we found that it's hard to get less than 20 miles on it. It really is super pack-a-punched, for lack of a better term, and it really does put out a great output throughout the entire range of the battery for torque and power, but it also really gives you a decent amount of range with something so small and compact.
Nice, and that's exactly what we were looking for, because like if it's one thing you want to do whenever you're up there, like in the mountain, it's like not only being able to reliably like finish the whole thing, but to have range. That's important. And 40 miles is like we got 2, so 40 miles is more than enough. But obviously we're climbing hills a lot. We're doing a lot of stuff that you don't do on the rural, kind of like.
Exactly. Yeah, you need a lot more torque for that, and a lot more power equipment. That's totally right.
So,
and with the 2 battery setup, you kind of have the freedom to have a lighter board where you can, with this battery setup, with the rails and how it mounts on the bottom, all you need to do is you can mount one battery, take it up, and you can use that regenerative braking to charge it back up if you need to. But let's say you run out of juice, just pop another one back on, and then you're good to go.
That's insane. That's great. Like for me, that blows my mind. Right there, the availability, the option of like making it work either way.
Yeah.
It's just insane for me. Like
we just want it to be easy, and a lot of again, going back to cars, people's biggest concern when they're buying an electric car is something called range anxiety. You always get scared you're going to run out of battery, you're not going to be able to make it here, make it there without stopping at a charger, supercharger, whatever you want to call it. So we figured we kind of solved that. Like, what if Tesla had a place where you could just swap a new battery in? Well, why don't boards have that? It's much easier, much smaller. So now you kind of have that option.
I know, because people are like, I know I went to a ride the other day, and like people had these big ass boards, and they pretty much 40-mile range and all that stuff, which is crazy, right? And like I went through, I think it was 30 miles, and I was already out, but I was like in my mind, I was like, oh my god, I gotta get to a place, like to charge the board. When with you guys would be like just pop another one,
Keep it in your backpack, whatever you need to do. yeah, it just makes it easy. Also, I mean, a board runs more efficiently the lighter it is.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a board where you don't have to put on a battery pack that's capable of 40 miles of range, you can put on that can do 20, and it'll run slightly more efficient because it's lighter, it's moving less mass, and then swap on the other one when you need it. So it's kind of a win-win. You don't have to have a super, super heavy board that goes really far. So you can, hold it on your back with a backpack or something like that. It just kind of makes it a little bit of a different ballgame.
Right. No, that's definitely, the idea. Definitely, like especially making it lighter, like you said. I love it. You guys have remotes, right?
Yeah, we do.
Remotes. I think I have one over here, but I wanted to ask. I think I have like the first version of the.
Yeah. So we have two different kinds of remotes. We have so since we didn't do VESC on our kits just to make it more reliable. And again, if you wanted to go into VESC, we do sell a empty ESC container like you have. So one of these, but without anything on the inside. So you can put whatever ESC you want in here and run it.
Got it.
The modular battery setup. But let's say you're running with our setup. We have just a reliable standard e-skate remote with the wheel on the top that goes forward and back and gives you all your data, tracks your mileage, battery power. It has 4 different ride modes and then 4 different braking modes. I mean, so it's a very nice remote, and again, it was reliable.
What is the difference between the first remote and the second one?
Yeah, so that's the thing, is the second one is made just for VESC.
Okay,
I
got
actually
it.
have one right here I can show you.
Yeah.
So this is our VESC remote.
Right.
So it's meant to only run on VESC platforms. So let's say you did buy a board and you wanted to do a VESC ESC, you could buy the empty enclosure and then buy one of these and have
Got
it.
it.
So that's the main difference between the two. This can run on CAN. Currently, UART's about to come out, and PPM. So there's multiple different communication protocols you can use, and it also has a nice, color display. That kind of gives you all the information you need. We kind of made this not so much just for e-skate. We kind of made it to be a universal remote. Kind of like the battery systems. We want people to power whatever they want. So a lot of our biggest focus on this was VESC one-wheelers. A lot of them are using them when they're racing, like in the mountains or going through the woods with the big jumps. If you think about it, for a one-wheel, if you're going forward, you have to tilt the nose downward to move forward. If you're coming up on a big jump, that nose is going to dig into it. So what they can do is they can pull back on this, pull the nose up while still moving forward at high speed, and do all these different jumps and crazy stunts. So we kind of just made this to be universal. I know there's also other applications. People are using it for off-road wheelchairs, so people with differing abilities can,
That's
go
crazy.
into the woods and really experience different stuff. So we just wanted this to kind of be the ultimate VESC remote and give people the option to have something more ergonomic. And I don't know if you notice, you ever like the Nintendo Wii?
Yes. Yes.
It comes with an accessory called the nunchuck.
Right.
And it's very comfortable in your hand.
Right.
And this is the same shape as that.
That's
so,
crazy.
It's supposed to be super, super comfortable. You always know where everything is. And,
That's the first thing I thought whenever I grabbed the controller. This looks like a Wii.
Yeah. That's where we got the idea from. The general shape of it. It was supposed to be the most ergonomic controller. Because there's a lot of great controllers out there, but some of them just don't fit in your hand right, and they feel a little strange.
Weird, yeah.
This is just natural.
That's crazy. No. I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome. I think the way that you guys are looking at the efficiency, how to make the boards more efficiently, like the batteries, the controllers, everything. Like you really guys are thinking out of the box to make it happen. Also, I saw that you guys have completely built boards. That you can actually go and buy them in your website, and also like you have the parts on the side, like either build you your own or we build it for you, but like here it is.
Again, going back to the car thing, if you go on our site, there's a button that says build your own board, or you can click on any of the advertisements for the board and it'll bring you to a customizer, kind of like when you're building a car. You can pick, what color do I want, what wheels do I want. It's the same thing. So you can go through and pick, okay, I want this type of tech, I want this kind of battery, how many of the batteries do you want? And at the end of the process, you can pick, I want it pre-assembled or I want to build this myself.
And you kind of have the option. You can either get a board that's basically ready to go out of the box, or you can have a fun experience that takes you less than 2 hours, and then you have a fun little project.
Right. What is the website that people can go to make this happen, to build their board?
Yeah, so you can either go to buildkitboards.com or ridebkb.com. Either one works.
Nice. Definitely, we'll have many people looking into your website. People that are new, and definitely people that have already been in the field, in the e-skate world for a while. Looking at future projects after we finish with this baby monster that we're building.
To see it.
Yeah, definitely. We'll definitely make it happen, and we'll try to make sure that we'll make you proud, guys. Okay?
Amazing. Yeah, I'll send you an extra coupon code, so anybody that's listening can get an extra 5% off their order.
Definitely. We'll put it right there in the show, right? So people can go look for it in the YouTube. Okay?
Amazing.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Quinn, for your time, and let's
thank you, Carlos.
Yeah, let's try to make this sport happen. Okay? Thank you so much.
I'm excited to see it.
See you, man. Thank you.
Thanks.
Let the professor get your mind blown.